sorry. I've been like obsessed with my mom's approval my whole life. I couldn't take losing it. But losing you guys feels even worse.
Well, too bad. 'Cause you did.
Oh, Miriam, I know you're hurt, but come on.
Robert Jr.?
She's been taking care of him 24/7.
No, and singing his lullabies every night.
No, I haven't.
So she does care. Freedom, an important theme here, because this is the first time we see Mei fully embrace it. She runs through the city, shifting between panda and human effortlessly, something that once caused her anxiety and shame. Now it's not a problem anymore, it's a power. The panda is no longer a force she has to repress or control, it's something she can wield, enjoy, and make her own. Her freedom isn't just about breaking away from her mom, it's about breaking free from the idea that she has to be one thing. She's not just the obedient daughter or the rebellious teen, she's both and everything in between. Mei's apology is crucial here because up until now she's been pulled in two directions, her mother's approval versus her own identity, but she hasn't fully taken responsibility for the harm that's happened along the way. She's been reacting to pressure rather than making intentional choices, but here she owns it. She says outright, I was obsessed with my mom's approval, but losing you guys feels even worse. That is huge because it marks the moment where Mei's internal compass shifts. She's not just breaking free from her mom's control, she's actively choosing her values, her people, and her sense of self. This isn't just rebellion for the sake of rebellion, okay? This is Mei realizing she has power over her own life and she wants to wield it with care. Now, Miriam's reaction is interesting because she doesn't immediately forgive her. This is earned reconciliation, by the way. The fact that Miriam initially rejects the apology shows that in this friend group, trust matters. They don't just brush things under the rug, but then in the cutest freaking twist, the Tamagotchi changes everything. That moment is the perfect metaphor for their friendship. While Mei was off figuring herself out, Miriam never stopped caring. She never stopped looking after something that mattered to Mei, even when Mei herself wasn't showing up. That's why it's such a powerful sign of love. The friendship didn't break, it just needed to be acknowledged. Tyler being at the Fort Town concert is such a small detail, but it says everything about him. The kid who spent the entire movie making fun of Mei, mocking her interests, her friendships, her relationship with her mom, is actually a huge fan of the same thing she loves. So what does that tell us? Projection. Projection at its finest. Tyler's hostility wasn't about Mei, it was about himself, but the girl's reaction is so cute.
Your mom must have gone nuclear.
Who cares? What's she gonna do? Ground me?
Careful about that, yeah, because oh my god. It's time, guys. Are you guys excited?
You want it? Give me 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not the wings. Wow. She almost did it. Wow, the scene is absolute chaos, but it's chaos with purpose. The hysteria around Fort Town isn't just for comedic effect, it's a metaphor for the intensity of teenage emotions. The crying, the fainting, the screaming, it's all real because in that moment it feels real. And that's the thing, we as adults might look at this with a bombastic side eye and be like, really, over a boy band? But for teenagers, this isn't just music, it's identity formation. These songs speak to them, reflect their emotions, and give them a sense of belonging. They aren't just fans of a band in this moment, they're fans of a version of themselves that finally feels seen and understood. And this is exactly where generational conflict kicks in. Parents see this and think, oh my god, this is too much, right? This is out of control, this is intoxicating. And honestly, I mean, they're not wrong. Because for teenagers, this is intoxicating. This kind of emotional high is new for them, untamed. And they don't yet have the regulation skills to handle it with distance. But that doesn't mean it should be shut down. This is where good parenting comes in, not through suppression, right? But through guidance. You don't stop your kid from loving something intensely just because it makes you uncomfortable. You help them navigate it. But how do you do that if you've only ever dealt with your own intense emotions by suppressing them? That's why Ming and Mei's story is so universal. It's not just about a mother trying to control her daughter. It's about a mother who has never been allowed to feel this way herself. She was never allowed to have this kind of freedom, I'm sure. So of course she sees it as dangerous, and that's the cycle, isn't it? The moment you start suppressing parts of your child, you pass down the very thing you struggle with. But if you want to break the cycle, you have to let them feel, let them love things loudly, let them scream at concerts and sob over songs that will probably sound ridiculous to them in 5 years anyway, or not, because the alternative is raising another Ming, and respectfully, right, we don't need another one. No. What? No, no, oh, goodness. I'm not even her daughter, but I feel like answer, yes, mother, I'm here. Oh my God, are you okay, Ming?
You are in big trouble, young lady.
So this is where control backfires spectacularly. If you spend years repressing yourself, your emotions, your anger, your needs, after all, they don't just disappear, okay? It builds, and when it finally erupts, it does so in a way that is messy, destructive, and terrifying for everyone involved. Ming has spent her entire life keeping her panda under control. But the thing about repressed emotions is that they don't just stay buried. As I keep saying since the beginning of this movie, they fester. And of course, the moment Mei chooses herself, chooses to break free from her mother's expectations, that control shatters. Because control was the foundation of Ming's entire relationship with her daughter. Without it, who even is she? What role, what space can she have in her life? That's what makes this moment so chilling. Ming isn't just angry. She's betrayed, and that's a dynamic I see all the time in families. When parents mistake obedience for closeness, they don't realize that their child's independence isn't a betrayal. It's a developmental milestone. But because Ming never gave Mei room to develop her own identity, she feels like she's losing something that was supposed to be permanent. In her mind, their bond was supposed to stay the same forever. Mei was supposed to mirror her values, her behavior, her way of seeing the world. So when Mei chooses something different, Ming doesn't see it as growth. She sees it as rejection. This is the moment where Ming fully loses control, not just over Mei, but over herself. Because up until now, she's only ever directed her anger outward, at Mei's friends, at Devin, whatever his name was, at her own mother. But now, for the first time, she turns it toward Mei. And that's terrifying because Mei has never seen her mother like this before. This is the moment where she realizes, my mom isn't in control of herself at all. She never was. She just spent her whole time, her whole life, pretending she was. And that's what makes intergenerational trauma so insidious. Parents repress themselves so much in the name of being good parents that they pass down the very thing that they were trying to protect their children from. Because repressed emotions always find a way out, and when they do, they don't come out as gentle lessons. They come out as rage. Okay.
This isn't you!
Isn't it?
This is me!
And I think this is Sparta at this point.
I'm not your little Mamie anymore. I lied, Mom.
Ooh la la.
What?
It was my idea to hustle the panda. My idea to go to Tyler's
Okay, it's
party.
happening.
It was all me.
It's happening.
I like boys. I like loud music.
Yeah, you do.
Gyrating.
Mhm.
13. Deal with it.
Okay. All right. Ooh, no, Ming, please. This is the moment everything shifts.
You never know, oh my mind, oh my, oh my.